Welcome to the Slack on Flicks podcast, everyone. I'm your host, film critic, and 16 News Now producer, Benjamin Slack. This weekend saw Chicago native Bob Odenkirk return as Hutch Mansell, the family man and part-time government assassin, who decides now he wants to take a little bit of a break from his job, so he's going to take the family on a good old-fashioned friendly vacation. Little did he know that trip was going to come along with a drug-dealing community led by a kingpin played by Sharon Stone and corrupt law enforcement led by Colin Hanks.
Hey.
Get out of here. Let's go right now.
I understand protecting your sister, but there are other ways to handle things.
I left my phone.
Hutch, no.
Walking out of this movie reminded me a lot of the first two Home Alone movies. While the first is ultimately the better made film, the second one is a lot more fun. The movie allows for the likable supporting cast to have more of a role in this more intriguing story, rather than just be a tool that gets dropped halfway through. However, they still fall short of feeling like the central narrative and are caught up in a storyline that feels like two elements condensed into one at times. Nearly everything is made up for, though, in the brilliantly crafted action moments, from the brutal hand-to-hand combat on the boat to the explosive gunfire in the warehouse, all led by an amazing performance by Bob Odenkirk, who said in an interview with the Today Show that the location and various areas in the resort resemble his trip to Wisconsin Dells.
When I was a kid, we went to the Wisconsin Dells. I'm from a family of 7.
It's the water park capital of the world.
It is, and it's actually so nice now that we wanted to shoot there, but it's too nice.
It's too nice.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
There's some
you needed
huge,
someplace a little run down.
Yeah, when I went there, it was rinky-dink. That was a long time ago, and I actually took my kids there, all the way from Hollywood. Cool. When they were young, we went to the Dells so they could see fireflies and see the water parks and see the Tommy Bartlett water show and all the things that I saw when I was a kid. It was great.
Yeah.
And I wanted this movie to be set there, but the actual Wisconsin Dells is too impressive. So we built our own little old-fashioned water park and a carnival town, and a lot of states have a small town like this, and that's what we wanted our family to go to on their trip, their vacation trip, and nobody to.
I think every Chicago native like Odenkirk and myself have a fond memory of going to Wisconsin Dells when we were younger. I was about 9 when I went. I think it's safe to say that if you liked Nobody, then Nobody 2 is definitely already in the winner's circle because it carries over many of the same likable elements as before, such as the characters and story structure. However, there's just enough new in there in the development process and providing the audience with what it wants to make it arguably even better. It ended up with a Slacker scale ranking at a solid B. Nobody 2 opened up number 3 at the box office with results, which are in big letters this time, at over $9 million domestically. Freakier Friday and Weapons are still climbing high well past making back their budgets. You can read my full reviews on all these films by going to WNDU.com, and of course check out my previous podcast episodes. Well, that's going to bring this episode of the Slack on Flicks podcast to a close. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week.